Hello everyone! Welcome to Urban Legends Unveiled, where we reveal the most incredible curiosities about cities around the world. Today, we travel to Vienna, the majestic capital of Austria, where history, culture, and music fill every corner. From its imperial palaces and legendary coffeehouses to its hidden underground secrets and fascinating traditions, Vienna is a city full of surprises waiting to be uncovered. Get ready to discover 10 incredible curiosities about this extraordinary place. Subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any content. Let's get started. Viennese coffee and its legendary origin. Vienna is famous for its coffee culture, but did you know that this tradition started thanks to a spy? In 1683, when the Ottoman Empire laid siege to Vienna, a Polish spy named Jerzy Franciszek Kulczycki infiltrated the enemy camp and obtained crucial information that led to Austria's victory. As a reward, he was allowed to keep several sacks of coffee beans left behind by the Ottomans. Kulczycki opened Vienna's first coffeehouse and popularized the drink by sweetening it with milk and sugar, giving birth to the famous Viennese coffee. Today, UNESCO recognizes Vienna's coffee culture as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. The most musical cemetery in the world. Vienna has been home to some of the greatest composers in history, and this is even reflected in its most famous cemetery, the Central Cemetery of Vienna. Here, you can find the graves of musical giants like Beethoven, Schubert, and Brahms, along with a monument to Mozart, who is actually buried elsewhere. What's even more fascinating is that, aside from classical musicians, this cemetery also has a special section dedicated to Viennese folk music performers, proving that the city's love for music transcends time and genres. The oldest zoo in the world is still open. If you visit Schönbrunn Palace, you'll find the Tiergarten Schönbrunn, the world's oldest zoo, still in operation. Founded in 1752 by Emperor Francis I, husband of Maria Theresa, this zoo started as a private collection of exotic animals. The most incredible thing is that despite its age, it remains one of the most modern and animal-friendly zoos in the world. It even houses giant pandas, making it one of the few European institutions to do so. Vienna's catacombs and the Imperial hearts. Beneath the majestic St. Stephen's Cathedral lies a series of catacombs that hold a macabre secret of the Habsburg dynasty. In Vienna, it was once a tradition to bury members of the royal family in 3 separate places: their bodies in the Imperial crypt, their hearts in the Church of the Augustinians, and their entrails in St. Stephen's Cathedral. This practice was carried out for centuries as a symbolic division between the earthly and the spiritual. To this day, visitors to the catacombs can see the containers holding the organs of past emperors. The incredible treasure of the Habsburgs. Vienna is home to one of the most impressive treasure collections in the world, housed in the Schatzkammern, the Imperial Treasury. Here, you can find the crown of the Holy Roman Empire, created in the 10th century and worn by emperors like Charlemagne. Also on display is Vienna's own Holy Grail, an agate chalice that some believe could be the mythical cup from the Last Supper. The sheer opulence of these objects leaves many visitors speechless. The Anchor Clock, a show of time. In Vienna's historic district, there is a very special clock that attracts crowds every noon. The Ankeruhr, an astronomical clock built in 1914, is not just a timepiece, 'tis a work of art. Every hour, a different historical figure appears, but the real spectacle happens at noon, when all 12 figures parade across the clock while traditional Viennese music plays. Among the famous figures are Charlemagne, Empress Maria Theresa, and composer Joseph Haydn. The Vienna Opera Ball, a night of royalty and glamour. Every year, the Wiener Staatsoper transforms into the setting for the world-famous Vienna Opera Ball, one of the most glamorous events in the world. What's interesting is that anyone can attend, if they can afford the high price of admission. Guests dress in full gala attire, and among them, you'll often see royalty, politicians, and celebrities. There's even a grand opening ceremony where young debutantes perform a perfectly choreographed dance to a Viennese waltz. The Prater Ferris Wheel and its incredible story. Vienna's iconic Riesenrad Ferris wheel has been a city landmark since 1897. The most astonishing part of its history is that it survived World War II, even though most of the city was in ruins. During the war, it was dismantled, and there were plans to destroy it completely, but ultimately, it was restored and continues to operate today. From its cabins, you can enjoy breathtaking panoramic views of Vienna, especially at sunset. Mozart concert seats with a peculiar design. In the Golden Hall of the Musikverein, where the world-famous Vienna New Year's concert is held, there's a peculiar detail about the audience seats. Many of them are completely flat with no backrest. This is because, in Mozart's time, concert halls were designed so that the audience would remain upright and attentive throughout the entire performance. Although modern venues offer more comfort, some of these historical seats are still used today, keeping the centuries-old tradition alive. Vienna's narrowest alleyway. Vienna is a city of grand avenues and majestic palaces, but it also hides unexpected corners, like its narrowest alleyway. Called Der Durchus, it measures just 80 centimeters, about 31 inches, at its narrowest point. In the past, such alleys were common and were used by merchants to move quickly between streets without being seen. Today, this tiny street has become a quirky tourist attraction for those looking to discover Vienna's hidden gems.